So it's what? 4 times the size for 4 times the price.
Yeah, 4 times the size for 4 times the price. I mean, technically it's shorter. By 6 inches, maybe?
No, no. Is that the bag that is an add-on bag?
Yes, this is an add-on bag.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a heavy-ass tent. Ira has made the size very big. He says it's bigger footprint than that tarp there. Essentially, he needs all of Mount Hood to camp. Let's see this Overlandish. Shout out to, who's the Overland guy? What's his name? Mark, the owner Mark. We're gonna put this to the test. I've already thrown it on the ground twice. I don't think it's gonna rain, so we're not gonna test out the no rain fly. Probably gonna get pretty cold up here. Hey, oh, he may have told us a lie that it is a giant monster. This is in real time. This is a quick put up in real time. Go pop. Hub tents. For those of you that are curious, this is an Overlandish tent. I don't know what options, not my tent, but I know it's like $1,200. No rain fly, because you shouldn't technically need it. I mean, it's big.
It's big, but it's not the footprint that I thought.
The size doesn't come in on camera. There's a vehicle for reference. I mean, okay. Hey, pop the top, man. Pop the top. Get in there, boy. Pop that top. We got to check the zippers. I'm going to go up and check the zippers with you guys to see how quality everything is. Okay. Done. Let's check the zippers. Let's zip up. Let's check these zippers. Okay. Zippers. Interesting. Okay. I like, oh, this is a good feature, Mark. This shit is good. That's a good feature. Interesting. Yeah. We could all stay in here. Yeah, I mean, it's bigger.
Yeah,
it's definitely bigger. It's dark. It's big. It's vents.
All right.
The pitter-patter of little feet. All right. Oh!
Okay, so I finally have the new tent. It finally arrived. This is the Overlandish Basecamp V3. So this is the 3rd iteration of the Overlandish tents. This one literally shipped last week, and this is the first time I've actually set it up and used it out in the forest. I'm really excited to share it and to go over the features that I didn't have previously. So let's take a little walk around of the tent first, and then I'll show you some of the highlights that I really enjoyed. So all of the windows have this little flap. What's really nice is each one of these has a little latch, and when you let it down, it completely covers the window. The reason why that's important is I did not buy the rainfly. After a lot of talk and a lot of time back and forth with the owner of Overlandish, I made the decision not to get the rainfly living in the Pacific Northwest. This tent hypothetically is waterproof enough that it's not going to inhibit me from getting wet on the inside, but we'll see. That's one of the things I want to find out. One of the other additions for this V3 are these vents. I think what's really interesting about these is they have Velcro here, but this piece in the middle is it's hard. So it's almost like a kickstand. So when you Velcro it up, the vent stays open, which is really nice. So each one of these can pull down, which gives you this screen. Every one of these windows, you can literally unzip the screen to give yourself more airflow. But what this does, especially in the summer, is it pulls in air from here and it comes out the vents up top. So even though everything is closed and the sun's beating down on this, it has passive airflow that hypothetically should keep you cooler. Obviously something I'm going to test out later this year. So each one of these doors have this Velcro here, which is really nice, and it's on both sides. So you can put this here. There's also one on the inside. Taking a look at the screen, it also has it on here, so you can just do that. So walking around the tent, we have multiple vents up top. We've got these windows. There is a giant window on this side if you want some more airflow. And again, everything unzips if you want to let more air in, which is really nice. The owner did say too that with the screen on here, like, you may think you're getting a lot of airflow in there, you're not. The mesh is so fine that it blocks air from really going in there. So if you ever need to get hot air out, just open all these things up. So there's more vents up there. Down here, we've got 2 ports for air conditioning, or in this case, a diesel heater, because we're up on Mount Hood and it's cold. The material's really thick, which is nice. It's not so thick that it doesn't let light in though. Like if you're taking a nap in here and it's sunny out, you're gonna know it's sunny out. It's not gonna be that black. The Velcro is really strong. You guys saw earlier the comparison with the Gazelle and the size of the bags. The weight on this thing, it's excessive. I mean, it's what, maybe 4 times the weight of the Gazelle right over there? And 4 times the price, if not more. But is it worth it? Let's take a look at the inside, at least how I have this set up. So obviously I'm in here as a reference point, and I probably don't have to talk as loud because this thing does a great job at actually muting the sounds all around. Okay, so these are the vents from the inside. So I'm gonna put down my coffee. There's Velcro on everything, so letting this down gives you screen here, and then if you take down the screen, you have way more airflow if you need it. What's really nice is that you can put those things up and it instantly seals off all the hot air from escaping. So in the winter, like right now, or the early spring, it stays really warm in here and it's comfortable. This is the big window, but these are the windows I really wanted to show you. So as we saw, you almost have a storm shutter essentially on the outside, and that's what the owner calls them. On the inside in here, you can zip this up so it has the same material if you want to have it insulated. When you open the window, you have a plastic on here so you can actually look outside but not lose a ton of heat or cold air, whatever you're trying to keep in. Again, everything is Velcro. So if I need a little more airflow, I have this, and if I need a lot more airflow, I have that, which is super handy. There's a ton of height. Like, I'm not the tallest guy in the world, which I understand, but I literally am not even touching the top of the tent right now. The bottom floor is a pretty heavy gauge plastic. One of the additions that they did with the V3 was they added a zipper to the bottom of the floor. It's not just Velcro. Like the Gazelle, a lot of the hub tents, it's just Velcro down there. So this zipper literally like attaches the bottom of the floor to the tent. In addition, they made it go up the sides a few inches. I don't remember the exact amount, but if you're ever in water or rain or something, water's not going to seep in through the floor or through the tarp or whatever the footprint you have down that the tent is on. A lot of times when it rains or there's snow, water will run underneath and inside the tent. That will not happen here. So again, this is the first time I've set this thing up, the first time I'm using it, the first time I've had it out in the wilderness. I'm really eager to test this through the rest of the summer and see if it does keep me cooler in the hot summer weather. That's the main reason why I wanted this tent, was actually to keep me cool in the summer, not necessarily warm in the winter. The diesel heater does a good job at offsetting anything that's not insulated anyway, so staying warm is not usually the issue, it's staying cool. But yeah, we'll test this out a lot more over the summer, see if it keeps me cool, see if it's as easy as I hope it will be setting up. The only downside is really the size. It's really heavy, it's girthy, it takes up a lot of room in a vehicle, on top of a vehicle. It's not the easiest to transport from the vehicle to wherever you're setting it up. But the setup itself is like any hub tent. It's extremely easy. It pops open, collapsing it, you'll see later on in the video. It's pretty straightforward. And the last piece to this is the brand new tan color. So previously, the Overlandish Basecamps were black, green, and like a white gray. So the white gray is now discontinued. This is the brand new color, the desert tan. We'll see how this fits in the desert when I get it out. So we are back home. I've got the Overlandish tent reset up because I'm airing it out from all of the rain and probably some light snow that fell last night in the Mount Hood National Forest. I'm hoping it's not overly long. I can tell you when I packed it down in the forest, it was minimal. I was surprised at how quickly it went down. And kudos to the Overlandish directions that kind of go over how to do it efficiently to be able to get this massive thing down and packed away. So just some cliff notes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna walk around and push in the sides, and then once they're down, the top goes in, and then we're going to basically fold it like origami, and then we're gonna wrap it like a burrito, cinch down one strap, go to the other one, cinch down the other strap, and then go back to the first cinch and cinch it tighter once more. That should compact it enough to fit in the bag. One note, I do have the tough bag, which is very thick and heavy gauge plastic. It's not super pliable, so if you're ever putting this away in the cold, it's not going to be as easy as putting it in the bag as when it's warm outside. So just keep that in mind. And also, you want to have large things open on the tent when you put it down. There's a lot of volume that needs to compact down. So as you'll see here in a moment, I do have the screen on the door open and the giant window to let that air out when I start folding this thing down. So let's do the time lapse, and then we'll hop back in here and finish it up. And we are down. So that took a little bit under 7 minutes. It was about 6.5-ish, and I did take my time putting it away because I wanted to do everything as correct as intended. You are supposed to unzip a third of the floor to be able to have it collapse down in there. Some people don't even attach the floor when they put it away, so I did not do that, and I did have the floor attached. So it took probably a little bit longer than if the floor wasn't there, and had I opened it, it probably would have collapsed a little bit easier and a little bit quicker. With that said, there is one bummer that's not just the size. The floor has a hole in it, and I'm not sure where that came into play or why. I had a footprint and a tarp underneath the tent when I had it out, and obviously here it's just in the driveway, so I'm not sure where or why that happened. But outside of that, the tent performed beautifully. Obviously it's heavy, but outside of that, it's extremely well built. The features on it are phenomenal. It's one of those things where, yes, it is expensive, but you get what you pay for. So I'm really happy and really eager to get this thing out into the desert over the summer and see how it holds up to the desert heat. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below.